Sheriff, have we made the news yet?
All right. So we are live now. Yeah. It's kind of a review for that. For the budget, not for that, for the budget.
All right,
Yeah.
as far as the budget, it's basically, all we're asking is basically the same thing we got last year. With the exception of a few items. The first item is gonna be budget item is 11/43/10/311, which is the travel. We've been sending our deputies to different conferences this past 2 years. We're just asking for an increase up to $1,000. Normally we got $500. We're just asking to double it. And that's the same reason for 11/43/10/395, which is travel and registration. We normally got $500. We're asking it to be bumped up to 1,000.
I would say, per what we have here, the 311 line has the appropriated for 2026 at 1041.
Right, we had money moved over there.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask, just for
Yeah,
clarification. Okay.
We had money moved over because there wasn't enough.
I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't, you didn't need to go a lot higher than you were asking. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
The next item that we asked for a change in was 11/43/10/450, excuse me, 441. We have a new software program that the deputies use to patrol deputies, and that is $1,900 a year. So we asked that to be increased for that program.
What was that program do? What's that?
It's sort of like it's like Leads Online. You can go into different pawn shops and places like that, see if any stolen property has been pawned in. So basically, any transaction pawn shops do, it's recorded. It has their name, who brought it in, fingerprints are in there, picture ID, the whole thing. Yeah.
We used it years ago, got away from it. We've installed a lot of stuff with that.
So, but it's not like you have to go into the pawn shop. You
No,
can
sir.
see anything, so like.
They have,
You don't have to like grab the software.
no, sir, it's right online. Everything is right online.
I got it.
How many pawn shops you have access to throughout the state or just?
Virginia, basically nationwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in that years back. Used it.
The last two items that we're asking, or line items we're asking for, one is capital outlay. The sheriff is requesting 3 new flock cameras. We have certain areas that are, unfortunately, people have already learned where our flock cameras are, so they're driving through these back ways, especially with the stolen dirt bikes and trailers. So we're trying to cover those areas, so we're asking, the cost of the 3 flock cameras is $9,000.
How many do we have now?
We got 7.
And it's 3,000 annually for,
Yes, ma'am, that's in that's the second part, which is the service and maintenance contract.
10, which will put it at roughly.
We're looking at
30,000.
18,000 total for the flock cameras, 3,000 for the cost of the cameras, then 3,000, well, excuse me, 9,000 for 3 flock cameras, and 9,000 for the service contract, which is where,
And then the 21,000 for the.
right, it's the total, right, that's the total of 30,000 for the service contract for the flock cameras, if
Okay,
we get those.
gotcha.
Are you thinking that you might want to add something cheaper?
Well, we have sent a letter in to Bob Steinberg, Bill Ward and,
Bobby,
yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to
ask for more money to get some more, but, you get to a point where you really don't need any more. You got enough to cover it. Like, we're not quite there yet.
okay, that's kind of what I'm getting at, but those here.
3 more.
What number would be?
And that would involve some too, things change.
Yeah.
Right.
Is this going into the booklet that we're given to Bobby and Bill and all them, when we go up there to see them for advocate?
I mean, we can add it. If it's
I've seen a lot of myself asking.
it's included in our.
That was all on the same page, and they see that same ask in our.
We've got our grant writer Sharon Pope. We've asked her to look at block cameras, body cameras and stuff of that nature for grants. So as of right now, we thought we were close, but there was a grant by Don Davis. And by the time she found out about it, it had closed. So
Okay,
that's, and the only other change we got, we do have, and salaries was blocked out on ours. But we do have a deputy who comes off of his probationary period in May. And right now, I think he's making right around a little bit of 36,
I had that he comes on probation August 25th,
90 days.
9 days.
He graduated in February, that makes it May.
but when you and I talked, I wrote it down that day. I mean, I already have that already in our budget.
So you do.
But
have
August
it.
25th was the end of his 6 month probation, is what you told me. Because that's what we did to the last.
Higher, 90 days from completion of training.
90 days is from completion of training, it's normally,
But that's not what we did to the last one, and you and I discussed it that
6
day.
months, was that?
6 months is what we did to the last one.
I'm
Put
sure
you in the-
sure it's supposed to be 6 months.
I can go back and.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did it right. I'm
And
just
I-
saying, I don't know that if I was right on this month's or it's 90
I
days,
took the note and put everything in the notes.
we can check on
well,
it.
did they sign anything that says one or the other? Would be my question, if they sign something that says 90, regardless of precedent, they sign something that says.
Then we can go back and check, see what we did with Zach Van on.
Yeah.
See what we did with that.
We should have these
The
consistent.
one thing that he always says is, what did we do for the last, whoever it was? I'll go and look and say, this is what we did. And say,
if
that's
it was
what I'm
6 months, then there will,
That's where it'd be.
but if you've already added it to the budget, then.
See, we take care of the salaries and always,
Yeah,
I'll have notes on things like that I go and look at.
but other than that,
Okay.
everything,
Fully staffed?
we're
Still?
fully
We're
staffed,
good?
we're good.
Can I ask you a
Yes,
question? So about your vehicles,
We are good right now. We're waiting on 2 vehicles, then that would give us 1, 2 spares. We can get rid of the red truck, because right now we're keeping the red truck because if something happens to a deputy's vehicle, I give my vehicle up and that's what I run. Because I'm in the office majority of the time.
do y'all have they're part of the leasing program?
Yes, sir.
So do y'all have a thing you monitor, so like the vehicle mileage or something kicks
Yes, sir.
in for replacement?
Actually, Enterprise does it for us. They send me an email.
That's what I was thinking.
Oil changes and stuff and all that, I get that through the dashboard.
So the point is, when it comes into programming it for budget, you'll automatically come, hey, we got 2 vehicles coming up for renewal. Unless y'all want to add an additional vehicle, it'll
Yes, sir.
just automatically come up.
William's working on having Enterprise come and give you all an update as to
Okay.
how the system works, so you can ask them.
I know we can probably get close on a couple of big issues.
That's kind of where I'm just trying to make sure. If we do 2 and we're close, instead of doing 2 next year, if we had a cost increase, could we do
Right.
one this year a little early and then do one next year? That's all I was trying to get at, to be proactive. I want to keep your vehicle running because when I need you, I want you.
The only other problem we have, and we're not asking for anything else, but we want y'all to understand the cost of inmate medical
Yeah.
bills have been going up. Inmate housing has gone up. Northampton just raised theirs by $10. Uniform has gone up again. I mean, everything's going up. And we were told by Northampton County, the reason they raised their jail inmate housing was because of the food costs. So,
But it's still most cost efficient for us to do what we're doing, which is being able to,
right,
okay, rather.
they're
than
still
trying to
the
use
cheapest,
So it's still the best option.
they're the cheapest jail we still
Where's
have.
your jail at?
It's right in, if you go through Jackson, it's right there at the sheriff's office, right behind it. But they're supposed to be building a new jail. We don't know how soon that's gonna happen, but
Is that the only one we've been using then for a while, not
We
ADJ?
Using ADJ, but I've got more inmates there than anywhere else,
Okay.
in Northampton. we're still keeping stuff around in Frederick County. We're being told we carry inmates will call over there. And I get from the jail staff, we're not taking Gates County inmates. I talked to the sheriff, he don't know nothing about that. So they're not on the same page. In fact, I just texted the sheriff and he's checking on that today. So it's kind of aggravating for us, especially on night shift, if we got one, or the other night, they had one arrested in Hereford County on our warrants. They had him at the jail and they still make us come take him out of jail.
Yeah, so tell them all we need to
Because
get.
it was ours.
Yeah,
Because it's ours.
Is that a sheriff call or a jail call?
That is the sheriff's call, not the jail staff call.
That's what I was
the
thinking,
other
but.
problem we have, like ADJ.
ADJ, what's ADJ?
Oh,
That's our
sorry.
district
I'm
jail.
going to jail. I thought that-
Yes, sir, that's Elizabeth City, but.
Yeah.
They just got a great big influx of federal prisoners, so.
Mm.
They pay more, the feds pay more than the counties, so they got priority. We actually had an inmate in Chowan County, we were fortunate enough to get one in Chowan, and we got a female in Currituck County.
You got a Currituck.
How many inmates do we typically have at once?
Hmm?
How many inmates do we typically?
It
have?
varies,
I mean,
On the average 18.
8 to 10, yeah.
I think we
We've
got.
been trying to get work with a jail on a contract, but unfortunately, like ADJ,
So if they don't make bond, they're on our nickel.
yes, sir, unfortunately.
And you run into also the situation when you got two now just waiting to go to DOC.
mm,
And
prison's just backlogged.
and you may wait 2-3 weeks before you get them out of the
So
jail.
even after they,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right. Or probation had to arrest somebody, like we got the one in Currituck. She's a interstate compact case. She's wanted out of Virginia, so probation don't pay, the state don't reimburse us for jail fees, so we have to pay the jail fee to hold her, until Virginia comes and gets her.
Seeing more and more probation violations is going to act. We're starting on the call, that and the inmate medical stuff is off the chain.
yeah, how are we doing with SRO? We have all SROs filled and
Yes,
doing well and all of that's good.
we're good on SROs, fully staffed, as far as equipment wise, we're just replacing worn equipment, but we're doing pretty good on everything.
if you have a crystal ball, you have anybody that's getting close to retirement, or do you think he's gonna?
Actually, Mike Bunch and myself and the sheriff, that's it.
There's the longest tenure in.
Yeah. Ryan Boyce, if he wanted to go out early, that's about it.
Okay.
Rest of them are, Trey Lassiter's probably got the most, he's got 10 years or 20 years,
Got 20.
and everybody else is below 20. So we got plenty of,
Yeah.
Okay.
My guess is Laster's good for a while.
he's good for another 10 years at least.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty.
No other questions?
We never asked for more than, I mean,
Well, yeah, we still probably get it to you.